today we're heading down to southeast Kansas. We're going to try and kill us a couple does if we can. We're going down to that same property I got my buck off this year, and they're going to do some doe control. They have a lot of deer that come out and eat the corn this year, but obviously beans, winter wheat, everything they plant just gets destroyed by the deer and cuts into their crop yield. So they've always been big fans of the doe hunt and me trying to bring people down and kill a whole bunch of deer off the property to help manage it. And Kansas actually this year just increased in this unit and a bunch of other units doe tags to 10 per hunter. I'd love to shoot 2. I'll shoot 3 if I get the chance at 3, but if I get 1, I'm happy. It's almost a guarantee hunt down here. So keep you posted. Join back here in a few minutes. I'll be down there in about 45 minutes from now and throw on the coat and Hunter Orange. Try and get us a deer. Alright. Just got down here. Sunset now. Got some geese out in the field. But we're kind of just going to set up and watch the field. See if anything comes out into it. And then see if we need to sneak closer or if we can just get dialed up and shoot from here. There's the truck back there. And this is what we're... It's about 80 acres of cut corn. We've killed a lot of does out of this. They also own across the street here. It's all cut corn as well. And somehow less deer come out from these trees into this. There's a river. It's not really a river, a stream that runs down there. But they do come out into that green field over there, which is the neighbor's property. There's about 10 does, it looks like right now, out there. But if I'm being 100%, I never usually kill very many does during this hunt, during the Kansas rifle that runs in early December. Most of the does I shoot off this is in the late season, but in January where it's really cold, normally a bit of snow, and the deer are all grouped up and come out to eat early. So I did see good deer activity on the drive down. There's a lot of deer out in fields and stuff like that, but not seeing much so far. So we got about 25 more minutes. And the deer almost on this property hold tight till about 15 minutes. So here in the next 10, I would assume we start seeing something. But I'll usually watch this field for a little bit here in the next 10 or 15 minutes. Jump back in the truck and then drive to the northwest corner and try and peek that real quick, because there's a lot of deer that cross. The only issue is they have to cross the actual dirt road. And so sometimes if cars drive past, they get skittish, run back into the trees, and it takes them another 10 minutes to chill out. So you get a car that drives through at just the wrong time, the deer will pop out and run back across the road, and then won't come back out until just after shooting light. It's on the drive out, you always see them just off the road, but no longer legal shooting. Anyways, beautiful night. Birds flying. Tons of geese all over the place. And it's 20 degrees. So we're going to try and see if we can't find some does. And at least get one. Be happy with one. Well, keep you posted. Alright, we got 3. Turn the video off for about 2 minutes. You got 3 deer coming out. Looks like all does from what I saw. Just kind of sneaking up, walking straight towards them. I'll get the tripod set up. And then get the gun. Alright, bear with me for a sec. I'm trying to get the guns up. 1, 2, 3. Count 3. Let me get a range. I love this scope. So there's my heads-up display. I don't know if I can get this to work. 358. Looks like we might have a few more coming out. There you go. So, I like this scope. You just adjust. Dial up to whatever it's supposed to be. Shows you it's got an internal level. And then turn your rate up. It's like, oh, we got a ton of deer here now. Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 now. Alright. I'm gonna get to work. They're coming towards me and I got about 10 minutes left. $3.55. Alright. Good place to set you. Put you here for now. I realized I didn't have the tripod, unfortunately. Dropped one. I don't know what happened on those other shots. That didn't make sense to me. Alright, that's 2. That's 3. I don't know what happened on those first 2 shots, man. I got good hits on 3 deer with the 300 wind. Alright, I'm gonna grab the brass horse in here. It's like I've shot 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. I don't know what happened on the first 2. I better call it. 3's good. Don't be greedy. I don't know if you on audio could pick up those wallops. Suppressors, man. Like I can't say enough about hunting with a suppressor. Alright, I'm gonna pack everything up. Walk 25 yards to the truck, which is, once again, right there. And got my brass. We're gonna get the truck, we're gonna drive out there, and hopefully I'm not gonna put any finishing shots. There was one big doe I think I put a hole in. I'm not 100% sure. It looked like it might be a little high. I'm gonna drive out, find what we find. Should be right here. Yep, right here. Alright, first doe. Done. Let's keep going. There's one up, the one up here that may be kind of spined. We should run into. Then there's one I'm probably gonna have to track just a bit. That might be her right there. That is her. Alright. Yeah, she's spined. I see her in the headlights. I'll put her down real quick. I'm going to leave the truck here. And take the pistol. Alright. Let's see. This is muddy. This field. Get up here. See if we can't find this other one. Which should be right up here, just over this edge. It ran out to this field edge right here and stood on the top broadside just past that doe, and then got hit, hunched, and ran down into this stuff right here somewhere. Oh, there's eyes. I'm hoping that's not a wounded deer. Find out here in a sec. If it is, that might be a wounded deer. Let me see. Oh, that is a wounded deer. Crap. All right. Well, she needs some time. So that shot hit. Here, she laid back down. That shot hit, from what I saw, back just a bit. So probably liver, from what it just looked at. Shooting, once again, I think I was saying this is a 300 Win Mag, 200 grain Hornadies. Ooh, my shoes are going to be a mess. I'm gonna try. This doe's in the deepest mud. I think we'll try and get her thrown in the bed. Pick up the other one and swing back over here up in the weeds and see if I can't find that one done. Anyway, successful so far. Like you saw, 2 down for sure for the count. Oh, come on. Don't give me grief now. Got 2 down for the count, and then 1 on the loose. But super hurt, didn't want to move. All right, I'll try and wrap up a summary of kind of what unfolded, which is fortunate and unfortunate. Well, I collected these other 2. Unfortunately, in that time frame, probably because I pursued it and it saw me too soon before it was ready to really just, or I kicked it out of a bed. I think that's probably what happened. Unfortunately, I think that that's what led to that deer pushing into the neighbor's property. Just when I was talking to the property owner about coming down tonight to hunt, he told me that he'd just gotten a dispute with this property owner over the boundary line. When the guy's property I hunt on, he found he has an additional 20-ish acres that the other guy's been farming and not paying for over 20 years. So, bit of a dispute over the property. Obviously, it will be settled however they settle it. But for me, he specifically told me, try and steer clear of this guy's property. I trailed blood all the way up into essentially the tree line, which is the boundary line, and I let it go. So that deer could be dead 20-30 feet in the trees. I kind of did my best with the lights to look, because even when they're dead you can get good fluorescent off the eyes, but nothing. I think that it's gonna die. I know it will. 300 Win Mag, liver shot, it will die. But unfortunately, that's just, I think, how it goes. I'm not pushing it. Unfortunately, I think that means one deer goes away. So like I was saying earlier, 10 tags in Kansas for antlerless doe, so long as they're still available and haven't all been purchased out. I feel like there's a limit because it says they're limited, but I didn't read far enough in to know that how many they're actually providing. I just figured I would shoot the doe tags I have and then continue to buy to assist down here on this property. He lets me come down and shoot bucks, which, I mean, it's a rare opportunity to find somebody that's like, I legit don't care, kill the deer off my property. But you'd be surprised, knocking doors, or even Facebook. Honestly, this is one of the places that I found off Facebook Marketplace, but a hunting forum. I posted in there that I just moved out here, which I had years and years ago for my job, and I love hunting. It's all I do, hunting and fishing. And I wanted a place just to fill the freezer, because I left most of my elk meat back in Utah with my family, so I didn't have a freezer or enough space to move a freezer out here. And I just posted in there saying, hey, please, somebody, you know, if you've got property and you don't mind letting me shoot a doe or two off of it, that'd be awesome. I'm just trying to fill the freezer. Met this guy, literally told me, he's like, come on down, shoot as many does as you want. And there's a lot of, you know, it's Facebook, so there's a lot of people that weren't super nice in there, but there's a lot that really were. And it led into access of the biggest deer I've killed so far in my life have come off of this property, biggest whitetail bucks. And then just, I've tried to count before, and I really need to do it again, but I've lost track. It's 50 plus deer between myself and all the people I've brought down here. I think we're around 50 deer now off this property in the past 8-ish years. 8 years. And I mean, when you consider that how many doe tags you get for one person a year, and I fill most of mine down here, and then I would bring people every year. I've brought people down here. This may be the first year I don't, and it's only because the people that I used to bring have all moved. But yeah, very good luck on this property. I found the 2 in the field, obviously. Put a finishing shot on the 1. Pretty much right around last light. I think I had maybe 3 more minutes left. I'm going to put the finishing shot on her. But yeah, I got 2 down. Looks like a yearling doe, decent sized one, and then a adult doe. She's nice size. Both look super healthy. The Kansas hunting app is super convenient. It's e-tagging. You take a photo before you move them. Right when you walk up onto the deer, take a picture, and then you go into harvest reporting on your app and click that you're notching a tag. So you go harvest reporting, select the tag that you're going to notch, and then you input the information, county you killed it in, deer map or the deer management unit, species, sex, age, roughly I think is included in that. It's like adult doe or a yearling fawn doe or something like that. Input that information, and then upload a photo or take a photo. So either way. But yeah, take pics, submit them, and then Harvest Reports gives you the confirmation number, all that stuff. And if you're dropping off to get processed here, you just give them the confirmation number for your harvest report, and they attach that to the carcass. So anyway, yeah, I got 2. I'll show you some. Geez, we're zoomed. Zoom out a bit. So here we go. I kind of figured out what happened on my first 2 rounds. It is a little bit what I suspected. It's just the first one that I found here, and it is probably a yearling fawn. Not a super big doe, obviously. Still nice, healthy looking, no real issues. Not 100% sure exactly where I hit. I'm not going to flip it over for the sake of blood and gore, but there's about a softball size hole on the other side near the backbone, and this one as well was hit right up there in the back, which there's a bit of a dent you can start seeing right there. So just high on both of them. This one I think right here bulged out a little bit, but here, so I was high, and then this one high as well. And my assumption, I think, back where I was shooting is probably right. I dialed up to 350. They ran in closer, and I didn't re-range. That's on me. So my first 2 shots, I think I put right on them, and they were probably closer to like 200 yards, and I think they just went right over their back or something. I might have pulled, honestly. I don't know. The 2 deer, literally 2 times I shot, they both ran off and stopped. And that's from the group that I shot. Obviously, I'm trying to shoot the same deer that I'm assuming I was hitting, but clearly didn't. But yeah. Then when they stopped out here too, I figured that I was shooting over them, or that they had run out now further away, so I put it high. And I think what realistically happened was they're probably about 200, ran out to about 350 instead of re-ranging, which I did not, unfortunately. They ran back out, and I lifted, so I aimed high, and I think I spined essentially both of them. So kind of a bummer. It's gonna lose some. I'm gonna lose some backstrap here. Anyway, can't recommend that knife enough. Outdoor Edge. All right, I'm gonna get after it, chop them up, get them cleaned, and I may show you at least the quarters when I got them laid out. Then I'll get to work on the remainder of the meat, and then get headed home.